I decided it was a good idea to play this game again. Now, if you look at my old videos, you see that I used to play this game a lot. I used to love playing this game. However, after the, not really even controversy, after just poor decisions, you know what I mean? It just gets worse and worse. However, in this video, I want to show how to kind of have, not even that, kind of, to have zero recoil throughout any type of speed, throughout anything. Just from how far, even from over here, if you know how to control your recoil well, unless you accidentally overstem it like me, like I'm horrible at it, really bad at it sometimes. However, anything close up, I'm A-okay on. However, I was going to say on how to get literally zero recoil, no matter really what gun you're using, from probably the hardest gun to use, either the Havoc and or the OG Flatline, which was like, everybody hates using this gun. The reason why I'm even playing this game anymore, well, again, sorry, was because I had an idea for if I play this game for a week straight. If y'all actually want to see that, I might be posting parts of this game, how absolutely broken this game is sometimes. But if y'all do want to see me do it, perfectly fine. But if you don't, you know what I mean? But the best way and method to get pretty much no recoil is really have that kind of, actually, let me go back to 16. Not even really have that kind of this, and this. No. To have the most easiest thing ever. Now, usually, a lot of people, pretty much almost anybody that doesn't use AOC, I don't know why I have that on, sorry, uses AOC, uses 5-4, or 4-4, or 5-5, things like that. The thing with that is, the vertical recoil is a lot harder to control on there. Now, obviously, people that have played this for a long time are kind of accustomed to it. I'm not, and I'm not trying to play this game for years straight again to kind of pay attention and do all these things. No. So, what I did was use the custom look controls, aka AOC or advanced settings, and I kind of played around with the stuff a little bit, and I found this response curve. See, it pretty much means what this entire thing over here is yapping about is that the small little input you do is, the small little input you do when you're playing this game is kind of this. It's your response curve. And if you have it at 0, it means that all the little small advanced touches, right, is all picked up on here. Every single one. It's all picked up on here. Every single one is all picked up on here, right? Meaning, if you got something small and slow and things like that, it's going to get picked up on here, and it's going to feel like you have zero recoil. Now, you do have to kind of play around with the response curve, because if it's too twitchy, it's going to be hard for you to kind of track people without you accidentally either, like, going to their feet or, you know what I mean, going directly to their feet, which is hard to do sometimes. So now we gotta play around with the response curve to have it just either a little bit of recoil, and or if you just don't want to use any type of recoil at all, kind of pay attention to what you're kind of using, things like that, you know what I mean? But if you want to use things like response curve 2, which is, I would say, is probably a better one, because it gives you a little bit of recoil, but also gives you enough to where you can still kind of, like, move, like, fluently without you going, like, up or down, left or right, things like that. And if you have a, like, kind of twitchy controller like I do. So I would say use either 2, 4, you use a lot, but I would say either use 2, 4, anything over 10, yeah, don't use. Just don't use anything over 10, because would be quite literally impossible. It would either have too much. For example, if you have something like 15, right? That means it's going to take a lot more twitch. It's going to take a lot more things to control that recoil. I'm pulling all the way down and it's barely even moving. So if you have something like 0, it's a lot more easier to pull down. However, it's so much to the point where you can't really control it. And you have something like 27, it's literally impossible. Well, actually not even literally impossible. Unless you really like pulling down a lot, then I would say don't use it. But if you really like pulling down a lot, you know, use that. But I'm always suggesting either 2 or 4. For me, it's 2, and for other people, it could be 4, 5, 6, you know, things of that nature. But overall, I would say this is probably the best way to have literally 0 recoil with any gun in the entire game. Dang it, whoops, keep doing that by accident. But literally any gun in the entire game, no matter what gun it is. Having 0 recoil will always be fun to have. Things like that, you know? Because then that means you're going to have your tracking a lot more better. It's going to be a lot more easier to track people. Nature's like that. But yeah, that's how literally the best way to get 0 recoil on any gun. Once you like kind of learn the techniques of how to control the thing. But yeah, that's literally just how to do it. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.